What's up guys, Label Lifts here. In today's video, we're going to talk about cheat meals and how to incorporate flexible dieting during a cut. So summer is upon us once again, and along with all the great weather comes tons of reasons to go out with family and friends. This could include things like graduations, birthday celebrations, anniversaries, or simply enjoying a night out. While this should be a fun and exciting time, I often have clients tell me that they feel stressed out because they want to go out, but they don't want to cheat on their diets. They feel this way because many of these festivities will include foods and drinks that they don't normally consume when dieting down, and they think that this will hurt the results they've worked so hard to achieve. I'm here to tell you that you can still go out, have fun with your friends, and enjoy everything these festivities have to offer while still reaching your fitness goals. The power of flexible dieting. First things first, I'm not the biggest fan when people use the term cheat meal or cheat day, since that implies that certain foods are taboo and off limits when your goal is to lose weight. Your body doesn't discriminate between different foods and label them as good or bad. Sure, don't get me wrong, some foods are definitely more calorically dense, while others are packed full of micronutrients, but the truth is that there's no food that you can consume which will cause your body to go into fat storm mode and make you gain a bunch of weight. To put it simply, all your body does when you consume any food is break it down into smaller components and utilize it for energy. As long as you stay within your allotted calories for the day eating these foods, you won't gain any weight. Now this isn't an excuse to pig out and stuff your face full of fast food all day. This would make you extremely malnourished and more than likely put you at a calorie surplus. The point I'm trying to make is that you don't have to cut out any foods or food groups while dieting down, as long as you practice a little moderation. This is where I like to incorporate the 80-20 rule. As long as 80% of your calories are coming from high quality sources such as lean proteins, multigrain carbs, and healthy fats, it leaves 20% of your daily calories to play around with. If you feel like having a serving of ice cream after dinner, then go ahead. If you feel like having some candy as an afternoon snack, then no problem. As long as these foods fit into your daily calories and macros, then it's perfectly fine to eat them throughout the day, and it won't cause you to gain any weight. Now back to our special occasion celebration. Even though our weight loss goal is important, it's also important to not neglect other parts of our lives, particularly our social life. What's the point of losing weight and getting shredded if you can't indulge and have some fun from time to time? You don't want to look back on your life and be like, you know what? I'm really glad I didn't go to my brother's graduation since I knew there was going to be cake there and that would have kept me from getting shredded. There has to be a balance with these things. But thankfully, with the power of flexible dieting and macro tracking, we can properly plan for any upcoming event in order to save up our calories for the special occasion. But rather than just tell you about it, I'm going to show you how I do it myself. What's up guys, so before we get started, I wanted to let you guys know I recently hit a fat loss plateau, and thus I had to adjust my macros. I'll throw them up on the screen so you guys can see what my new macros currently are. If you want some more in-depth coverage on why fat loss plateaus happen and how to overcome them, check out my video on the topic. I'll put the link in the description box down below. But now I'm about to go work out, so I'll catch y'all in a little bit.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Alright guys, so tonight my girlfriend and I have a pizza movie date night planned. And in order to enjoy that mouth-watering pizza, that means I'm going to have to be a little bit more strategic with my meals today. I just got back from the gym, and I'm about to get some food in me. So we're starting things off with some breakfast. I'm usually not too hungry after the gym, but it's always good to get in a meal right after a workout, so your body can get the proper nutrients to repair itself. I'm keeping things pretty simple and just having a protein shake and a banana. The macros for breakfast are 46 grams of protein, 8 grams of fat, and 34 grams of carbs for a total of 392 calories. Decided to go on a quick walk around my neighborhood while drinking an energy drink. I mentioned in a previous video that caffeine is great for fat loss because it gives you more energy to move around. And since it's a liquid, it expands your stomach, giving your body the sensation that it's consumed something. If you decide to incorporate these yourself, make sure to get a sugar-free energy drink. This way it's not loaded with a ton of sugar, which is high in calories. This is true for things like coffee as well, Many coffee drinks are loaded with sugars and creams, which are also high in calories. The macro for this drink is 0 grams of protein, 0 grams of fat, 3 grams of carbs, for a whopping 12 calories. So it's lunchtime, and it's time to prepare my next meal. Alright, so at this point of the day, I'm starting to get pretty hungry, but in order to make sure we don't consume too many calories, we're going to prepare some low-calorie dense foods. These are foods that don't have a bunch of calories per serving, which is great since you can eat a ton and they keep you full. Veggies are perfect for this because they contain very low calories, they keep you full so you can eat a ton of them, and they add a lot of flavor to food. Here we're dicing up some onion, and we're going to throw in a little cabbage as well. Little tip is to saute these vegetables in water, since water has 0 calories and those cooking oils can have a ton. People often forget about these cooking oils when they're counting their macros. 1 tablespoon of olive oil can have up to 128 calories, which can easily put you over your allotted calories if you use this multiple times a day. I love cooking with hot sauce because it's 0 calorie and it adds some spice to your dish. Now for the dish's main component, we're gonna have some seared ahi tuna. Ahi tuna is packed with protein and it is very low calorie for a fish. And I'm just gonna sear these so you don't have to leave them in the pan for very long. Just enough for the outside to cook and then you flip them over. I'm adding a little bit of soy sauce since that's also 0 calorie. Just be mindful since it contains a lot of sodium. And that's my lunch, guys. The macros for this are 59 grams of protein, 2 grams of fat, 35 grams of carbs for a total of 394 calories. It's the afternoon and I'm wrapping up some work, but there's still a little while before the pizza shows up. So I figured this would be an excellent time to get in a protein shake. Macros for this protein shake are 30 grams of protein, 3 grams of fat, and 5 grams of carbs for a total of 167 calories. Protein shakes are a great way to get in a good amount of protein for a little amount of calories. And now, the moment of truth. A nice, delicious cheese pizza. So, by saving up my calories, I'm able to enjoy half of this large pizza with a side of ranch and still lose weight. To dinner are 48 grams of protein, 62 grams of fat, and 132 grams of carbs for a whopping 1,278 calories. And these are my closing macros to finish up the day. Pretty good if you ask me. Almost spot on and still at a calorie deficit. By thinking ahead and planning your calories around whatever event you're celebrating, you can save them up and have them still fit your macros. This way you can still enjoy the festivities with your friends and family. And as a reminder guys, if you go a little over while celebrating, that's okay. Just enjoy the night and get back on track the next day. Remember guys, fat loss is a process and it takes time. Just like you're not going to lose a bunch of weight from one day of good eating, you're not going to gain a bunch of weight from one day of bad eating. And that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching how I incorporate flexible dieting into my cut. As always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. This is Label Lifts, signing out. Have a good one, guys.